Welcome to Buffzone. This is not Pat Rooney. Pat Rooney is in San Francisco for Pac-12 Media Day this week. We've got a little stand here, Nelson Spruce, wide receiver for the Buffs. And Nelson, thanks for standing in.
Honor to be here.
Well, we're glad to have you here as well. We want to real quick take a look back at the Arizona State game last week. I know it didn't go well for you guys, but first, give me your thoughts on what did happen down there in Tempe.
We just came out, and it was another case of too many mistakes. You know, we're at the point now where we're never overmatched. You know, it's more about if we handle our business, we're going to get the outcome we want. And you know, we had the block punt. They had a couple breaks that went their way with a fumble they scooped up, and the tip pass they took for a touchdown. So that being said, you know, our margin of error is so small we can't make those type of mistakes.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's been the theme in all three of your losses is the mistakes. Yeah. So you guys haven't had those in your wins. You've had them in the losses. How do you correct those to make sure that you consistently avoid those mistakes?
You know, we talked about it a little bit as a team. It's kind of just during the week doing the little things. You know, we're not going to have guys anymore, you know, showing up late and just kind of coming together as a team, playing for each other. And really just focusing on little things during the week because we can't expect just to go through the motions every week and show up on Saturdays and, you know, come out with a win. So it's going to be about, you know, doing everything we can to get that little edge during the week.
Yeah, well, you guys are definitely looking for that edge this week. You got Arizona coming here, week 7. You guys are 3-3, lost a couple in a row. This is kind of a pivotal game, isn't it?
Yeah, big game for us. You know, if we want to achieve our goals of getting to a bowl game, which you know we still feel like is really realistic, this is a game we got to get. You know, it's going to be homecoming at home, obviously, a night game, so it should be exciting. And if we handle our business, I feel like it's a win we can get.
You guys seem to get fired up for night games. You played really well early on in that game against Oregon. How do you sustain that for 4 quarters against a pretty good Wildcats team?
I mean, like I said earlier, I mean, just we got to prepare during the week to you know, eliminate those little mistakes that kind of add up as the game goes on. And finishing is just something we've preached all through the off season, and we've yet to do it really in a Pac-12 game. So I think we're motivated enough that we should be able to get that done this week.
All fans are waiting for this passing game to really start clicking. You got some good things going against Arizona State. Do you feel like things are starting to turn for that passing game?
Yeah, I think so. You know, we're not really frustrated with it. We're going to keep attacking, obviously, as a passing team. And I think against Arizona, we're going to have some opportunities with some of the looks they give us. And I think, you know, based off today, we got a really good game plan going in. So, yeah, I think we're going to keep building as a passing offense and see how that goes.
I think coming into this season, most people would have thought this would be your 3rd straight game against a ranked opponent. Yeah. But you haven't played a ranked opponent yet. Are you surprised how the Pac-12 is kind of shaping up so far?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was looking at you saw Utah and Cal last week as like the game day game on ESPN, and that's something that you're not expecting at all. So, I mean, I think it just shows how, you know, deep the Pac-12 is. You know, anyone can knock off anyone on any given Saturday. So, yeah, it's surprising.
Yeah. Well, Nelson, at the end of this, Pat and I usually make our predictions. I am not going to ask you to make a prediction on the Arizona game. I will, and I'm not saying that just because you're standing here, but I do think the Buffs are going to bounce back this week. I feel like you guys you're going to be motivated playing at home and at night, and I see you winning this thing about 34-27.
I like it.
Okay, I figured you would. Well, thanks, Nelson. Appreciate the time, and wish you luck this Saturday.
All right, thanks for having me.